and I'll start reacting. All of a sudden, my face will just become bigger, my lips will just expand, my head will expand while on the dialysis machine. I've never thought in my life that it's possible not to urinate. He told me to start dialysis, and that's how I started. That's how we entered. Aside the fact that the pains that you go through every day, it is financially consuming. Like, you need money to maintain it. In fact, we didn't even know that it's like that when we first started. We were just thinking, maybe that's something I would do like few sections and that would be the end. But it kept on going every day, every day. I started with the leg catheter at first. So along the line, they told me that I have to be on it permanently as there's no changes and all of that. Then I did the neck catheter. And that's how I started living in pains. I could not sleep anymore. My heart was already affected completely. I could not lie down. Each time I lie down, I'm always out of breath, like as if I want to die. So I was placed on medications for my blood pressure to manage it. So the only thing that kept me on my toes during the time was just dialysis. I was using dialysis to maintain the kidney disease. So, but it's not still like normal life. I mean, with my research that I've done, the kidneys filter the blood like in an hour about 12 times. And I only get to dialyze just 12 hours in a week. And that 12 hours in a week is like 3 times dialysis in a week. That's even when I have the money. It got to a point there was no money anymore. I have to do once in a week. And this will affect my breathing. I could not breathe. I could not sleep. My legs are always swollen. And it was really, really bad. It got to a point that each of my leg, they were weighing the same kg with a bag of cement, that I could not walk. I was always wheeled. And about 6 people would have to carry me from the wheelchair to my dialysis bed because the legs were extremely swollen. So it was really, really painful. And I don't think anybody should, go through this. And when most people are getting it wrong is the fact that they just feel like, I'm not smoking, I'm not drinking, I don't think I can have kidney problem. That's the major reason why I just want make people to know that, okay, this is not the only thing that can cause it.
For somebody listening to us, the person will be like, what is dialysis? Why dialysis? Dialysis is actually functioning like your kidney. Your kidney is supposed to remove waste products from your body and also helps you regulate your fluid. So when there is kidney failure, the kidney can no longer function properly. You now need an artificial kidney to help you do that. That is the dialysis machine.
And during my dialysis section, right, I'm always praying that should be my last dialysis each time I go for dialysis, because it's not easy when your blood is being brought out and being returned back, just like he said, that is artificial kidneys. So your blood is literally, they'll have to bring out your blood, it will pass through the machine and then come back to your own body. Most of the time while I'm on the machine, I tend to vomit, I react to it, and most of the time I tend to have palpitations, so many muscle cramps, a lot of pains that will happen from that your catheter, a lot of pains that are always going on. And you at times, God forgive me, you always wish that instead of you going through this pain, why not just end the whole life? You should just go and rest. Because after the dialysis, because you are there for good 4 hours, plugged to a machine, you cannot move, you cannot do this, and your life depends on that machine. Without dialysis, it's just like you are good as dead. Because if you're not dialyzing properly or frequently, the next thing is death. So, every day waking up to the fact that, oh, without this machine, I cannot live, is one trauma on its own. And during this moment, my life was at a stop. Like, I could not do anything. That feeling that you feel like you are alive, but you are not alive. You are just there. I would say like a mannequin. You are just there for just being there. You cannot do anything. During that time, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, I was not urinating. And I was not even seeing my period. Like, I've never thought in my life that it's possible not to urinate. And during this time, you are placed on a limited amount of water. During my time, we have to take like a bottle or just one bottle water every day. How is that possible? All of those things are so hard to stay on. You have diet restrictions. And even with all these things you are doing, you're not still getting better. It got to a point the dialysis was no longer working for me. To the extent that if I'm going for dialysis, I'll be scared, knowing that, oh, I'm going there again, you plug me into the machine and I'll go through pains for that 4 hours. Vomiting, like serious vomiting. Then I'll start reacting. All of a sudden, my face will just become bigger, my lips will just expand, my head will expand while on the dialysis machine. So it was really, it was a lot for me. It was a lot, honestly. Dialysis is not good. It's painful. It's a whole lot. Now I know even after transplant, the life is not still the life, like the normal life every other person
Yeah.
lives. But I'm still really grateful that I'm no longer on dialysis.